Hello ravers, and welcome to the Electric DM10, a mini-series for the DJs and producers that have carried their names into the journey of sound for at least a decade and more. During the time of this recording and posting, the project being covered is still in the professional EDM scene, creating bangers, touring/performing, or both. As the world of electronic music has countless DJs and producers, many qualify for the 10-plus year streak series. Being in the EDM industry for this amount of time is no easy task, let alone in the professional environment. With that said, this series of videos will briefly cover the project, the member or members, and tours/travels. Most importantly, the music that got these projects the impactful recognition for listeners and the fans of the thousands, millions, and in some cases, billions. For a project to qualify in this series, the following must be met. First, 10 plus years of the project name being active. Important note, the project name cannot change to a completely different name. Second, at least one main headlining tour or direct support tour of the project's time. Special cases can apply. And third, must have a minimum of 3 EPs, 1 album, and or several songs/remixes published. Special note, the project name can have a time of taking a break from the scene due to health/unfortunate circumstances, as long as the creator of the project doesn't confirm the end of such project in less than 10 years. Now with that said, welcome to the 4th episode of Electric DM10. Well, ravers, on to the 4th episode, installment, video, whatever the heck I'm trying to call this series. What was that? So, I want to hear from the audience with who I should do a video on next, as long as the requirements I mentioned at the beginning of the video are met. Hello? Can I help you? Can you give me a moment? Wait. All right. Well, if anyone knows who that avatar pic belongs to, it's none other than Eptic. Here we go, ravers. Eptic was created by Michael Bella. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. And he is a bass music producer, DJ, and visual artist from Belgium. He is known for dubstep and trap music in a fun and dark blend of energy, along with some bass music and drum and bass too. As I started researching into his bio, his time with the music surprised me a bit. So we're going to start off with the early times, and we're going to continue on forward to what he's been up to as of the time of this recording. At an early age, Eptic found not only a love for rock and metal, but drum and bass music too. This was the inspiration behind his interest wanting to learn and produce music himself at a mere 14 years old, only for then to go full-born at the age of 17 and hasn't stopped since. As he started his creative journey into sound, he releases his first song under a record label of Kronos Records. It was actually a couple of songs. He had a self-titled EP, and his songs were a part of the label's collection with Obey EP and Formville EP. Now within a year later, he decided to leave the Kronos record label and join Never Say Die. Here is where he documents his first releases, which is Like a Boss EP. Setting his iconic sounds out for the EDM world to hear, he has been to several music festivals and destinations, including Red Rocks, Lost Lands, Ever After, Beyond Wonderland, Countdown, and now one of his greatest milestones, performing a solo set at EDC Las Vegas. Speaking of EDC, specifically EDC Las Vegas 2023, a previous manager that he once worked with actually downgraded Eptic's musical and visual arts/direction and left him. This person even stated he was washed out and wouldn't even be considered to perform in the big festivals. Known and behold, Eptic and his audience proved that guy wrong, as one of his monumental moments was going ham behind the decks for the bass pod stage. As of mid-2023, Michael decided to ease a bit with the musical creation and go forth in visual creation for his songs and sets. A bit more on this in the fun facts section, but before that, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Just kidding. First, let's cover the numbers on his musical pages, shall we? On his SoundCloud account, he has over 200,000 followers, and with Spotify, he has over 450,000 listeners. Now for the fun facts time. His EP Overload peaked at number 22 on Billboard's top electronic dance chart. I didn't know about this as I was doing into the research of Eptic, but he went back to back with Habstrack in EDC Las Vegas 2015. He also went back to back with Funcase at Rampage Music Festival in 2015 too. There's also a YouTube video that I remember seeing a couple of months ago, and that popped into my head, so I could put it here. If anyone's wondering, Eptic sounds are something like ghouls and demons that got pulled from a video game and was then mastercrafted into many rhythmic masterpieces. This is it. Or at least that's what I like to describe Eptic's sound. Apparently he likes spiders and demonic arts, as stated in his Insta. Also calls himself Spider Mikey. His drawings and visuals that are placed for the artwork towards his music is all done by Mike. By him. Seriously. Seriously, look at this. It's freaking crazy. He also opens up a bit with some of the harsh obstacles he had to overcome in his journey. Even one point thinking the project was at its danger of ending. This is one of the quotes that I'll paraphrase from his Insta post. To me personally, it kind of felt like my music career was on this downward slope for a while, and I was honestly losing confidence. I've been tirelessly on this fucking grind since I was 17. Got taken advantage of so many times, and I've constantly invested all the money I made in trying to do cool shit. And he also describes from his hardship times, from that to selling over 3,000 tickets 2 weekends in a row. This was his other milestone that he was placing for his tour, Hell on Earth. A very notable performance was his Red Rocks 2019 set. Not only was the set unique, but it was the crowd's interaction with the set that made Eptic's time slot performance memorable. We'll play a little bit of the clip right here.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys are amazing. Yo, my best friend's sudden death was supposed to play with me, but he missed his plane because of the weather.
Yeah, boy.
So this one goes out to him. He's right here! Yo, we got 50 more minutes!
Sing this fucking shit this time.
Just as he was about to play his last song, Behemoth by Sudden Death, the creator of the song shows up on the dot as the song started playing. With that, an additional 15 minutes of funny mayhem on the Red Rocks continued. Now that I think of it, I wonder if that's a real drink. Let me check that out. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm gonna let this thing roll. Let me see if Red Rocks drink. Is that a drink? Let me check it out. It seems like Red Rocks is a brand of ginger ale and cola. That's interesting. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm gonna show it right here that I'm actually doing this live. Well, getting off topic, going back to the video. Eptic has been a part of several supporting DJ sets, tours, and has done an entire tour under the name Hell on Earth. This tour has his vision of placing his entire visuals to the max and giving the audience of his not only iconic music that he has created, but the visuals he always had in his head to blast it out in rhythm for all to be awestruck. The artwork that Eptic displays in his sets is all his doing, as I mentioned earlier. He doesn't have a separate team that does this, which is incredible. Not to mention the constant pressure of having to create music is insane. I would describe the visuals that he has done as an 8-bit type looking like video game show. Even Flux Pavilion, an OG of the EDM dubstep world, and the creator of Circus Records, praising Eptic in his music and art through a comment on social media, aka Twitter/X. Even stating the music world is lucky to have someone who is uniquely talented as Eptic. He also has a couple of pets, and his own website is www.epticofficial.com if anyone is looking for merch. Some of his best friends from the industry include Sudden Death, Valentino Khan, Space Laces, and several others. Last fun fact, Eptic announces and opens up a side project called Master Hand, inspired by a main boss of a video game called Super Smash Bros., the first installment from the late 1990s. The side project is a trio of Eptic, Space Laces, and Sudden Death at Summoning Fest on October 13, 2023. This was the side project's debut performance, and the three have crafted 15 songs together, according to an Insta post that goes by Master Hand. Just replace the A's with a V. Oh, shoot! I just remember that. The three are performing again at Ultra Music Festival Miami 2024. So this is going to be an absolute banger of a set that I strongly recommend to not miss out on if you are a dubstep fan or if someone that likes to get a little bit gothic with the music and the bass. So now let's dive into his discography, shall we? He has released the songs of his on several record labels, such as Never Say Die and Never Say Die Black Label, Monster Cats, Spinning Records, UFK, and more. For the singles, he has several singles, including Bloodlust, the original version, and Bloodlust VIP, Power, Payback, Eat My Dust, and more. And if anyone is interested looking into some of his old stuff, this would be the following that I would recommend. Oh Snap, Bust 'Em Out with Virus Syndicate, Watch Your Back, Space Cats, Gunfinger, and of course, many more. Collaborations that he has done are practically numerous, including Jaws, Abstract, Marada, aka Mastodon, Valentino Khan, Funcase, Dylan Francis, DJ Snake, Trampa, Zomboy, and more. Eptic's collaborations that go by the following: Get Down, which is one of his signature collaborations, Bloodbath, Wall of Death, another signature collaboration, and, in my opinion, one of his most iconic ones, Southside with DJ Snake. Speaking about Southside, this collab received a mess of remixes and edits, including from Sullivan King, Yoltron, Riot 10, Shipwreck, Tease, and of course, like a popular song, many would end up doing bootlegs, flips, and such. Just head over to SoundCloud and let the madness begin. His EPs, on the other hand, he has a total of 8 in his profile. This all started with Like a Boss in May 2012. According to Deezer.com, there is a duo that he has released, which is Slime City and Trouble. It states that it's an EP, but in my opinion, this doesn't count as an EP because this is less than 4 songs. This one, on the other hand, and Onward are EPs, including Mastermind, Doom EP, The End, Immortal EP, Overlord, Anti-Human, Flesh and Blood. His album that he has released as of April 2022, which is The End of the World. And lastly, the remixes that he has done, which some are pretty iconic, including Era from R.L. Grime, Say Less from Dylan Francis, and Get With The Program from Zomboy, which he collaborated with Trampa. And rounding up, my discography recommendations: Bloodbath, No Mercy, Wall of Death, Bop It, Tactics, Laser 3000, Death, and Bloodlust. Alright, side edit for this. I just finished the End of the World album and I got new songs to put in for the recommendations. Run It, Drum Beats, Next Level, and now one of my personal favorites, Detonate. So we reached the end, and this means some of the personal thoughts that I would like to share out. I found out about Eptic in around 2015, actually. I'm doing a little re-edit because I thought I heard him in 2016, but I was wrong. There was a song in Zed's True Colors tour, and it was The End. And this, I remember the lasers going extremely crazy when The End dropped in the middle of Zed's set. And this was just my birth of going into the EDM world, and I didn't know it was Eptic until I found out later on. And another one would be with Knife Party closing out Ultra Miami 2016 with the collaboration of Jaws in Get Down. I would show the footage of Knife Party when the two played, but I don't want to get hit by Ultra Music Festival and YouTube, and also I did not have anything recorded for Zed's True Colors in 2015. Shoot, now that me thinking about it, that was almost 9 years ago. That's crazy. One final quick edit that I want to mention: I did record Eptic doing a surprise main set for Space Yacht's 7th birthday anniversary. Unfortunately, I was looking back in my external hard drive and I come to regret that I accidentally deleted all of that footage. Or I must have done it on accident because I knew that I was going to do something with that footage in the future. I searched everywhere and sadly I accidentally deleted the footage, and it sucks to say that. Now, that was the only footage I had of Eptic, but next time I go see Eptic, hands down I am going to record. And with that said, that'll be the end of the Electric DM 10 for Eptic. I'll be throwing his social medias and his music stuff in the description below, and I'll be throwing my socials and music stuff in the EDM box below. So, good to be back here again, and I know that I'll be working on another documentary real soon. It's been a little over a month since I did the last one. Eptic, thank you for your time, and I hope that you can continue to keep on killing it, Michael. And it'll be really cool if he ends up seeing this documentary. That'll be it for me. Thank you, ravers. Lastly, keep listening, stay safe, and rave on.